to another episode of Riding in Cars with Books. Today we're going to be discussing Loving Ohio. It's written by Matthew Erman and art by Sam Beck, and it's published by Dark Horse. It is a horror book, just in time for creepy season.
Was it a horror book, though?
Yes.
I mean, sci-fi maybe? Horror, though? Okay.
Horror, paranormal, coming of age.
Maybe paranormal, but I wasn't really scared. I mean, the guy was kind of creepy, but... All right,
I
anyway.
wasn't scared. That's not all horror is. Anyways, Loving Ohio is about 4 teens that are grieving the loss of their friend, and they're finding themselves amidst a terrifying cult conspiracy.
Are you reading the back of the book?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I was like, wow, you're nailing that.
I didn't make that up. It's written back here.
All right, good. Phew.
I'm wearing sunglasses, so you can't see where I'm looking.
Okay.
Anyways.
I don't know where my eyes are.
Where are my eyes? All right. So Loving Ohio is a surreal, character-driven supernatural horror about a Midwest town where the teens are vanishing day by day. When a bizarre killer begins terrorizing the town, Sloane and her friends vow to get the fuck out of Ohio, even if it kills them. So that is the synopsis. And obviously the synopsis sums up the story very, very well.
The end.
The end. Bye! Okay, so what were your overall thoughts about Loving Ohio?
I don't really love Ohio.
I don't either. We have...
Loving Ohio is actually the town name in this book.
Yes.
Not I love Ohio.
I love Ohio. No, we have some horror stories ourselves about Ohio, but that's for another video.
Has nothing to do with books.
So I feel like this is a love-hate relationship with my hometown kind of story. And we met Matthew Erman, Matthew Erman at SPX, and I even asked him this. I said, "Do you hate your hometown?" Because I felt that when I was reading this book. And he said no, but I see what you mean. Like, basically, because I got it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he's from a small town, and this is a made-up town in Ohio, right? So it doesn't...
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it is. So, but like, even from my hometown, right? Like, it has... Where I'm from is a small town in Georgia. There's this religious overtone over everything, and everything is kind of made that way, and that this felt a lot like that. Like, it hits very close to home.
My hometown too.
Maybe not the sci-fi-ish part of it, but
we both left our hometown, so I think maybe that's our mentality going into this. Is we're like, I get wanting to leave, and these kids had every reason to leave.
Yes. And
the whole point of the story is, how the heck do we get out of this? And so
get out of Dodge.
It was very relatable. So I don't think you answered my question.
I probably didn't. I'm really good at it. I'm really good at deflecting stuff.
What did you think? What were your overall thoughts about this book?
I think I kind of answered that. Like, it kind of hits pretty close to home as far as...
That doesn't mean you liked it.
I know. I enjoyed the book. Yeah, I mean, I liked the book. It was very interesting on how the friends... It's very interesting how the friends in the book were friends, but at the same time...
They didn't have anything in common?
They didn't necessarily, like, always get along, and they were kind of brought together for their same hatred of the town that they were in.
That's really the vibe, yeah.
Okay. It wasn't like that they had all this stuff in common. It was like, hey, you know what? We all really hate this town, and we want to get out of it, and we should do that. And
yeah. I really enjoyed it, and I don't read a lot of horror, but I enjoyed it.
It's not a horror book.
I'm calling it horror.
Fine.
I enjoyed it so much that I made Phillip read it, and that's why we're doing this video. I also made Tess read it, and I'm waiting on my friend DeLuca to read it because I want everyone to read it.
Read it, DeLuca.
So I can be like, what the heck is happening?
She's gonna be so mad.
But it was not like anything I've ever read. Maybe it was similar to Proctor Valley Road ish.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. I guess Partner Valley was probably a little bit more horror because it was based on
Allure.
a lore,
Um,
versus that where like this didn't really have the Mothman in it.
I mean, that guy was kind of
That
creepy.
guy was creepy.
So
That guy was like a Ito type creepy.
Yeah.
I will tell you the one piece that I guess that they're calling horror, other than people getting killed, but
Yeah, people die.
that doesn't mean that there's always and young people were, doesn't mean it was always horror. But the one guy that was actually doing the killing, that guy, he definitely, if you've ever read an Ito book, he definitely was
God.
he was kin to the Ito characters that are like that.
So I wasn't really sure if he was a human or
Still not sure if he's a
non-human, and I still don't know the answer to that.
I think that was the point. I think that's the supernatural
Because he was
part
like,
of it.
yeah, the paranormal.
Or whatever, supernatural, paranormal,
Whatever.
it's the same word.
But I was like, he's going to these kids' bedrooms and like giving them nightmares. And so I think I had one unanswered question about it, and their friend that committed suicide, did he actually unalive himself, or was he killed by that guy?
I am pretty positive that guy killed him. Like, I don't think anyone.
I don't know if he committed suicide.
I don't either.
Because I feel like he was trying to tell his friends that there was something wrong, and they weren't listening.
Right.
But am I misremembering that?
No, you're not. But I took it as the guy was doing it, but like it could be that the kid knew what was going on, and the only way for him to escape was to unalive himself.
Yeah,
so
maybe. It could go either way.
So there are trigger warnings in this book for things like that, because however you want to read the book, it would go either way.
Even if he did get murdered, other people got murdered too.
There was a guy.
The cult. The cult is a religious cult, and they basically recruit people, and then they trapped all these kids. There's another book that it kind of reminds me of. What was the book with Dan, the moving house?
Oh, yeah.
The haunted house that moved.
Yeah.
And, like, went into the ocean.
Yeah, I can't remember what that was.
They were like a band. Those kids were in a band, and they like went underground and like were performing. That kind of reminded me of them going into the church for the concert, and then they get locked in, and they all die, except for these 4 kids do escape.
And then one of the kids' father is got very much into the church.
I think it's Sloane's dad.
And then it kind of, yeah, I mean, I don't remember.
He's brainwashed.
Yeah, and like it's really how they keep these kids in check, right? It's, once again, we're using scare tactics to keep these kids in check, and it's kind of an interesting way. Like I said, and the art was really well done for this story.
I like the like orange and green tones.
Yep.
Oh, here's the guy. That's what the guy looks like. So I'm not really sure if he's human or not. But yeah, they go underground. I feel like they're going there for a concert.
Yeah, it was kind of like going to a concert, to an old basement. Warehouse. Yeah, an old warehouse, like a literal
concert. Underground concert.
Yeah. So in that way, it kind of had a Final Destination vibe to it.
Yeah, so they're just like enjoying the concert, and then they lock all the doors and then burn the place down, and somehow they get out.
Right.
And so I guess because they escaped, the guy is still trying to chase them down.
Yep. Well, it's loose ends, right?
Yeah. So
they've gotten too close.
But does he have anything to deal with the cult? I don't remember. Is he part of the cult?
Yeah, he's basically working for the minister.
Yeah.
Or the head cult guy.
And so he's trying to kill these kids, and they realize they need to leave. So this is them visiting their friend's grave.
But it's not all that. Like I said, like Jaclyn mentioned it first, it is a lot about like how their little town works, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, and why you kind of sometimes need to get away from how you grew up.
Because everything is a cult.
It's not everything is a cult.
Feels like it. But the friends are like, I like the friendship dynamic. I know we kind of talked about it earlier. Like, what brought them together is also keeping them apart.
Right.
And they realize to be better people, they need to leave. And if they're really good friends, they will stay in touch, kind of vibe.
Yeah, I mean, like a part of that is they kind of like they all want to get out, but if somebody like does leave, they kind of feel abandoned.
Yeah.
So,
But I think that's why they all need to leave. They need to, for the betterment of themselves,
Right.
they need to leave.
Yeah.
And Sloane really needed to. Did she speak up to her father about it?
No, she just finally.
Oh, she left and
Yes.
moved in with her mom.
Right. Yeah, it was a whole nother thing.
That's how she left. She went to live with her mom, because her dad was not it. And then everyone else left too. One of them went to Springfield, Illinois. One went to Kansas or something.
But one like went away for college. And,
yeah.
It was a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, I would read this if you like supernatural creepy dudes coming into your bedroom to kill you, and religious cults and friendship stories.
Yeah, it had your slice of life. Had a little bit of everything. And like I said, the art is I really enjoyed the art with all the colors and everything. It was put together really nicely.
Yeah, I mean, and it talks about grief, and there's some really good themes handled, I think. And I like the line between, is this real, is this not real, and books that make you question what the heck is happening.
Right.
Are my favorite. I didn't cry, so there's that.
Good job.
Thanks. He says I only read sad stuff, but this is
She
sad, but
mostly
not
only
in the same way that I normally read sad.
Right.
Like the book starts with Jesse's already gone, so that's not. I think.
Not yet. He's leaving.
Is he?
Well,
I thought he was already gone.
No. He's telling them he's leaving.
Or is she dreaming? This is him leaving.
The book starts off halfway of this book.
Sometime later, yeah.
Right, and then it jumps back to the past. So it starts in the present, and then it goes four issues, 4 pages or something, and then it jumps back to the past, and then the first half of the book leads up to the beginning of the book. So then you go back to where everything is. So.
Yeah, but I don't think like there's any on-pageness except for the fire, right?
Right. Yeah. I don't really think there's a whole lot. I mean, like, this is also a book like you get to know the characters, but like when she says she didn't cry, you don't really get to know the characters enough that if something happened to one, you'd be like, okay. Because that's not really what the story isn't about really an individual. It's about them as a collective.
Yeah.
And the town, right?
The town itself is a character.
Right. Correct.
Right?
Yeah, no, and that's what I mean. Like, so a lot of the books that you talk about, like you cry over,
they're based in reality. This one is not.
Right.
Really.
They're based in reality, and you get to know those characters really well. Here, we spend a little bit of time getting to know the characters, but not like deep dive. We just know that they really hate their town.
Yeah.
And here's the reason why they hate their town.
So who would you recommend this book to? Besides DeLuca, obviously.
If you like, I guess if you kind of like suspenseful stuff, like I wouldn't really call it like horror, but it does, if you like Ito books, you'll probably like this because it's very similar to that in that tone.
I still can't think of the name of the book I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, I can't either. We'll figure it out and we'll put it in the description.
It literally goes into the ocean.
Well, it goes everywhere. It goes across the country. It's like
But
possessed.
they were a band too.
Yeah, it was a couple bands.
A
bunch of people die. It's all bad.
Yeah. If you're a fan of teen angst, like, and cults. Cults are very important to this book.
Or if you're not a fan of cults, you can also read this.
Yeah, because they're basically like, nah, I'm not joining your cult. So, yeah, this horror book I would recommend for readers of horror.
Or supernatural.
So do you think it's not a horror? What do you consider horror?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, other than the one, like, it's more of a murder mystery, right? I don't know. It's not even really a mystery.
No, you
I
kind
just call it.
of know who's done it.
I just call it supernatural. Like if you follow the TV show Supernatural, I don't consider that horror, right?
No.
Even though there's creatures in it sometimes. This is the same way. There's a creature in it, but like it's not.
Sam and Dean would not approve of this message.
They would have killed that guy
A long time
ago.
Um,
They just haven't made it to this town yet.
I mean, it's stuff of nightmares, so to me that's horror.
Sure.
Like
I'm not,
that
right.
guy is literally a nightmare. You disagree?
No, yeah, it's fine. Yeah. That's okay.
Okay. It's a horror. Listen to me, not him. But it's a coming of age horror. Because it's YA. Wah, wah, wah. Alright, I keep repeating myself now.
You do.
So, anyways, check out this book. I like it a lot.
What's the title again?
Loving Ohio.
By?
Did he sign our copy?
I don't know, but who's it by? It's on the cover.
I thought we got a signed copy.
Oh my God.
Did I give DeLuca my signed copy?
You could have. Will you actually?
Loving Ohio by Matthew Erman and Sam Beck. Published by Dark Horse.
There you go.
Pick it up from your local comic shop. If you like our rambling reviews in the car, let us know by leaving a comment and liking our video, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Okay?
Bye.
Bicycle!